will lead all the way back to the beginning of DC. Government not verify these outgoing payments. So you got to understand, yo, I love it. Thank you so much, Michael. You got to understand, Donald Trump was not a politician. Donald Trump came in, and this is what I loved about Trump. See, as far as in the black community, we already loved Trump before all of this. He's a, our man. He's a racist. All before all of that, Donald Trump was beloved in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump was like an Eminem right now. You can't say nothing foul about out of all of the white. You know what's funny about the black community? This is funny about the black community. Out of all, there might be white people. There's white people that blacks are not fond of, right? Because of the way they speak and the way they think. But guess what? There's certain white people that you just cannot, that is just damn that is just untouchable when it comes to the black community. One of those people is Eminem. You talk bad about Eminem, bro. The black community seriously would wake up and roll on you in some form, bro. You can't talk like that about Eminem. And guess what? Donald Trump was somewhat that before, okay? Until these politicians used their political black magic on my people, okay? All right, and just completely flip the script. And what I love is Donald Trump was a businessman, and he seen what they were doing, just like me. I'm a businessman, and I got into politics by default, seeing what they were doing, and I'm like, whoa, the criminality within the realm of politics will blow your mind. That's why I'm surprised that you are not surprised about, or too surprised about what Doge has uncovered. I mean, you don't see that these Democrats have been buying votes this whole time, buying damn, just buying up the opposition to America, buying their allegiance. I mean, are you serious? You don't see it? You don't see what they're doing? And we have this right in our face right here, what they're doing right here with this guy in Minnesota right here on this interview. You see that right in Minnesota. And Doge just showed you that with the USAID funds, the leftists was doing this the whole time. We talk about on a global stage. I mean, on a global stage. Minnesota was doing it pretty globally also. However, they were doing it on a small fraction. They were doing it primarily in one lane, like Al-Shabaab, that T organization that we are opposed to and here in America, and all of these other jihad groups that are Muslim. What type of religious group is like that? Man, why don't y'all just turn yourself a gang? And who just and who stays with a religious based, a so-called but religious based organization like that? I would just like completely just break. If I was with some jihadists, I'd be like, yo, I have to create my own Muslims. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to create my own Muslims or something. You know what I'm saying? Now I understand that the black Muslims in America, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, you know what I'm saying? They like, man, I ain't dealing with those jihadists. If I'm gonna be Muslim, I ain't gonna be no Muslim jihadist. Hey, that makes more sense. That makes more sense because they are just tripping out. And now we're starting to see this. We're getting messages from our dear beloved Americans in the chat warning beloved Christians here in America. Hey, if y'all go out of town, conceal your Christianity, your faith. Huh? What do you mean? We're like Christians are so proud to be Christians too. You know when you get around a Christian, most of the time, you just can tell by their mannerisms and the way they speak, their linguistic approach. You can just tell. And it's like, a lot of us is proud, man. We proud to be God fearing. We proud to be humble and loving, and right. But some of us are new to really practicing it, right? Like myself, and I'm a boxing champion. So I might let off a 1-2. I might let off a jab and a right hook. So, you know, but God, hey, I'm praying for myself. Hey, put a one in the chat if you're praying for yourself. Put a one in the chat if you're praying for yourself. Let's go.
Where are we going now? We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
Snowstorm.
So lots of children if there's
Snowstorm.
child care center.
They are Snowstorm. They are working on that right now. Snowstorm one said Tim Walz needs to be arrested. This is the American people, y'all. I didn't say this. She said Snowstorm said Tim Walz needs to be arrested. If a guy with an iPhone can get this information this easily or get the truth, there is no way that state oversight wouldn't have known. And I get it, man. These people are attempting to protect other people. Notice that the Democrats are very, very silent. Do y'all notice that? Do y'all notice that Tim Walz is out there roasting by the fire by himself? Do you notice that? Do you not see some big? You don't see any big protest. Do you know why you don't see any huge because the black community is quiet. I know. Hey, y'all can say what you want. You can say what you want. You know, if the black community is opening their mouths, you know, you're gonna have a whole lot of people gonna have something to say about that. But what's beautiful is we're not opening our mouths and we're staying out of the way. That's pretty much the phase right now. We are staying out the way, and Trump has almost full autonomy from the real blacks, not the bought off compromised blacks and the compromised blacks that don't know that they're compromised yet. Not those blacks, not them, but the real blacks who get it. The blacks that Donald Trump said blacks love Trump. That's the blacks that Trump is talking about. The real ones, the ones that was rocking with him when he was rocking around with Tupac, when he was, you know, when he was flowing out, when he was out there protecting Mike Tyson when nobody would protect Mike Tyson. Donald Trump was protecting Mike Tyson. Nobody would speak up for Michael Jackson. Donald Trump spoke up for Michael Jackson. None of these pricks spoke up. None of these scared blacks in high places spoke up. None of them, not like that. Donald Trump spoke up though. Hey, we have the receipts. We have the receipts. You can't trick us. You can't trick us. And then when you have conscious groups like, let's say, Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was extremely conscious. They did not like what was going on, how the government was attacking their people, things like that. Hey, and they were screaming Donald Trump. You know how many Donald Trump